Let me close this door because they over here doing too much.
Okay. Make sure I edit that part out.
Over here.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
What's up?
What's poppin', man? So, welcome to it. We gonna jump to it though, man. We gonna get into it though.
Okay.
So, you feel like flirting and somebody liking somebody else's pictures in their relationship?
You said what?
If they flirt in a relationship, if they liking somebody else's pictures on social media or in their comment section, is that flirting, cheating?
Depends on how they're doing it for real. If they're just complimenting the woman, like if the woman have a nice figure or someone needs complimenting, that's not really cheating. But if they take it as far as like to the DMs, like DMing them, saying, "Hey, like I think you have a nice body," that's cheating. Like now you're taking a little step further and like, "Hey, I want to get to know you," instead of just seeing what they see and keep it pushing.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
You feel like paternity tests should be mandatory in the United States?
Yes.
Okay. And why so?
Because it's both ways for the woman and the man. Because females be lying about who they've been with. You know what I'm saying? And some guys, they need that validation. So I feel like it needs to be mandatory for real. Because some women, they really be like getting these men caught up and they don't never take paternity tests and they end up raising a child that's not theirs and they wasted 18 years of their life on another man's child.
It's terrible. It's awful. It's kind of like that now. You got women nowadays who don't want to date. They got children themselves and they don't want to date men with kids. And I'm trying to think to myself, what type of goddamn horse shit is this? What kind of fuckery is this right here? That they don't want to date other men with kids when they got a child themselves. So basically what you're saying is he should ruin your life and raise your bastard child and you can go back and cheat on the baby daddy, you fucking worthless piece of shit.
Exactly. These women out here be doing some crazy stuff.
These women out, and they have nothing to offer. For everybody who out there, let me say this, I'm gonna let you go. For all the guys out there who you hear this, ladies and boys and girls, these women have nothing to offer besides their looks. Majority, 90% of them have nothing to offer but their looks and sex. Outside of the bedroom, they have nothing to offer you, so they're just gonna bring your value down. But go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like sorry, these women out here, they be trifling. Like they really be trifling. Like I actually had a situation. I had a friend that's no longer my friend because she did this to a guy. She gaslit him, saying that this is his child and giving proof. Whatever, and then about 5 years later, the child's 5 years old. The guy, I spoke to the guy. I was like, "Hey, you need to get a paternity test." But I don't think, I know I'm her friend, but I don't think that's your child because y'all don't look alike, and you don't have no features of that child. That child don't have no features of you at all. And I was like, just take a paternity test. And so I had set up to a way where he was able to go and get a paternity test behind her back. And the results came back 0%. So, and we're no longer friends because she was like, "Oh, you're trifling." Da, 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 da. I was like, "No, you're trifling because why are you over here gaslighting this man for 5 years and this is his child?"
See, women like that need to die. We need more people like you to speak out and call this fuckery the way it is. We got to get these Neanderthal bastards out of here. They're a bunch of Neanderthal bastards, and they're a bunch of fucking shitbags, scumbags, and they need to get the fuck out of here. We need more people like you to stand up for right. We have to stop this goddamn sisterhood code and speak out in this guy code shit and speak out what's right versus wrong. Exactly. And we get these uncivilized mutts out of here. Exactly. They need to make her pay that man back for all the lying and shit she done did from getting money and resources and raising another man's kid. That uncivilized mutt. I wish her nothing but hell. Oh, I can't hope she choke on the dick and die.
And fuck these. He wasn't getting no taxes.
You said what?
They weren't sharing the taxes, and he was the majority of his money on that child.
Oh my God. Well, he a damn fool himself because I would have got a goddamn paternity test. Ain't no damn way. Fuck that shit. Y'all boys I'm saying y'all better stop believing these motherfucking women. Exactly. What is wrong with you guys, bro? Y'all better have some proof. Fuck them hoes. Exactly. These hoes ain't nothing. These hoes are trolls, guys. Y'all gotta stop this shit. These scumbags got to go. These worthless sons of bitches. But yeah, this is terrible right here though. It's so sad though that men raising other men's kids. Exactly. And they always talk about the hardships of women, but nobody talk about the hardships of men because back in the 80s and 70s and 60s, they didn't have DNA tests. So women could easily fucking lie. You know how many men raise other men kids at what day?
Exactly. and they still don't know. That happened to my dad. My dad ended up, because he had a wife, and he had like supposedly 2 children with this woman, right? So when they got divorced, he's automatically put on child support for the daughter and the son. And he's 62 years old. He found out when he was 58 years old that his daughter that he had with his previous relationship was not his daughter.
Wow, this is terrible.
Didn't pay child support.
You know what I think? You know what I really think, though, in the most part? I really think they need to let all people, boys and girls in high school and college, go to a field trip to divorce court and see what men go through in the horror stories that they have to pay alimony, child support. Well, you have to pay child support, period, but alimony, all their rights and all everything is gone. They have to see their kids once a month, once every weekend or whatever, their own fucking child, or they have to do what your father been through. They getting the court system, goddamn, just making them sink. They're sinking and they're drowning in the court system with court fees and legal fees and getting washed. And nobody talks about this shit because nobody cares about men. They want men to be silent and shut the fuck up. But not on my damn time. I'm gonna speak. If you don't like this shit, you can kiss my ass.
For real. Nah, I've seen living proof of it, of men being treated like crap, man. So when I became a baby mama, I wanted to be the baby mama that you can come to and speak about stuff to. So my first baby daddy, I had my child at 19, and he was like, "That's not my child." He dipped. He didn't come back till 5 years later. When I found him, I found his mama's Instagram. I texted her and was like, "Hey, I need a DNA test. I've been trying to chase y'all down to give y'all this DNA test, and your son keep blocking me on stuff." So she was like, "Okay." And so I thought, I don't know what I was thinking about. When I saw him, all that rage was coming out. I was like, "Ooh, let me be quiet," because I was about to have a fit. But then we did the DNA test or whatever. Mind you, my oldest son looked just like him. Like, when he was 5 years old, he was standing right next to his dad. He looked just like that man. He could not.
And how many kids you have?
I have 3.
Okay.
I have two by my second baby daddy, and 1 by my first.
You plan on marrying any of your baby daddies?
No.
Okay.
I was going to marry my second baby daddy, but he was.
What's your oldest child is?
My oldest child, he got a separate dad.
I said, what's your oldest?
What's my oldest? Like how old?
Yeah, how old is your oldest child?
He probably 6.
And what's your youngest?
Youngest, she's probably 2.
Okay. And how old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay. You started real young.
Yeah.
Now they say, this is another quote, we're going to get back to it. So they say body count is important. Tell her this, and by her reaction, you will know how many men she slept with. How important is body count? A female.
Depends on how mature you are.
You have a high body count?
No, I actually don't. I can't do it.
You got how many baby daddies?
I have 2.
Well, you got 2 baby daddies and 3. And how many kids?
3.
I mean, of course, everybody knows you like to fuck. So I mean, your body count got to be high. I ain't saying it's outrageous, but it got to be pretty high.
So I like to fuck one person for a very long time. Me and my second baby daddy was together for 4 years. We was gonna get married and all that.
Y'all can still do it.
No, he turned me off on him because he was an alcoholic, and just too much. He almost killed me like a couple times.
Whoa, we don't get all that.
So.
Okay.
But now body count.
Is your body count more than the speed limit outside?
Huh?
Is your body count more than the speed limit outside?
No.
Okay.
I can't deal with people. I like my alone time.
Okay. These say like if a man makes a woman his world, she will soon make another man her world. Agree or disagree?
Huh? Can you repeat that?
Okay. I said if a man makes a woman his world, she will soon make another man her world. Agree or disagree?
I agree. Yeah. It depends on the type of woman though. Like if she treats how she want to be treated, then yeah, I agree with that.
They say you would never find a high value woman in a place where there's a lot of alcohol. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Why is that?
Because alcohol is a poison, and if you continue to poison your body with that ingredient, you as a person will be poisoned, and then you'll poison the person you're trying to be with.
Okay. They say when women put off marrying men, they call her strong and independent. When men put off marrying women, they call him childish and say he has a fear of commitment. Agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Why is that?
Because people have morals, people have boundaries.
You don't think marriage is good for the nuclear family and good for society and raising children and well-being?
Marriage is a business. Because once
it can be.
Yeah, it can be.
And being a baby mama is a business too, because the government is feeding off this shit. And guess what? I'm gonna say this too. You may not like it, but oh damn well. When your children are baby mamas, in 75% of black children are raised out of kids out of wedlock. Your child is more susceptible to going to prison, dropping out of high school, teenage pregnancy, on drugs, and a whole lot of list of other shit. When they're raised by a single mother in the household with no father.
I can see the same for people who has a father.
Oh no! It's not as high though. That's for divorce rates, but it's not as high when the nucleus, the families together. These are what the stats. This ain't my opinion now.
Yeah.
These are what the stats say.
Okay. I say the stats are wrong.
You say the stats are wrong? Numbers, stats can't lie. Me and you can lie, but the stats can't lie. Black boys are reading at a 4th grade reading level in high school. So, hey.
I don't know. I mean, I was raised in a 2-parent house.
You gotta look at, you see, you can't fit everybody. Everybody always say that. What about me? What about me? Listen, I understand that, but listen, the numbers don't lie. Numbers otherwise. If you were to Google the people who are in prison right now, and they will say, well, they raised by a single mother household.
Like, yeah.
Over 85% of them will say yes, they were raised in a single parent household with a mother and no father. And you see where they turned out.
I would say it depends. It's on the environment as well, because mostly single parents or single mothers don't have the finances to go and live in the suburbs or in the high.
Facts, and they're poverty stricken.
Yeah.
Single mothers are poverty fucking stricken.
Yeah.
They're broke.
They're kind of forced to be in the lower
projects.
In the projects, and then they've been exposed to all that.
They're in the trenches.
Yeah.
The jets.
Yeah.
It's not cool being a hood bitch or a baby mama, guys.
No, it's not.
Not okay. It's not fucking okay. It ain't cool to be doing all this fucking. I just want to know this, though. What is the purpose of having a high body count and doing a lot of fucking, though? What is the purpose? What is the end goal? Because if the end goal ain't marriage, what is the purpose of just running up your body count? I just want to know.
People want to be Sukiyanas out here.
Oh, they want to be like Cardi B and
Cardi B and Sukiyana. Not Cardi B.